Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy. Welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is the series where we decode and analyze Nifty on multiple time frames so that we are prepared with our plan to trade Nifty the next day with much more confidence and clarity. Before we start today's video, a sincere request from my end. If you like the way I analyze Nifty and put out the trade setups and the trade plan in front of you guys, and while we are doing so, I also explain the price action concepts and exact setups that I follow. Please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your trading friends and community, as well as put down anything that you might have to say in the comments box. Right. On that note, we'll start with today's video. And first, we'll start with what we had planned for today versus what played out in the market and how did we play it. And then we'll plan the trade setup for tomorrow. Right. So, markets actually opened with a, yeah, sorry, the internet is a bit tacky today. It's been raining non-stop here. Yeah. So, what we had planned was to go long above this particular high. And we had planned to create a short trade below this particular low with a pullback. Now, markets did open with a gap up immediately. The first pyramid candle itself came very close to this, went below this, but did not give us a closing. But since because this is very, very close, we'll neglect that part and we'll consider this as a valid alert for our entry. And just a second, guys. Let me just connect to the hotspot. Right. So, and then we got this particular pullback, which also kind of acted like a retest of this particular trend line, which had broken down. And below this was the entry of the short trade, initial SL being around here. The markets did give a good enough strong pullback, retested the zone around which it had broken down, and then again continued the downward journey. Now, I had participated in this particular trade and I got out around here. The reason for the same I will be explaining briefly. Uh, in case if anybody has not watched the RSI video that I had put up, I believe last week, last to last week, please go ahead and watch that because that has got the exact setup that I use RSI with. And that was the reason why I got out of this particular trade. So in that video, I have clearly explained that RSI can be used to get out of a trade in case you see a divergence. So right around here, we were in a short trade. And if you can see between this low and this low, while market made a new low, RSI made a new high, which is a clear positive divergence. It is a open-ended divergence around here because in case if market further breaks this low and creates another low on the RSI, this is known as a failed divergence. But because there was a divergence on this particular bullish green candle, I had exited my short trade around here. Now, this was the only trade that I had taken. Why did I not create a long around here if anybody would be asking me? Because there was a positive divergence and market did form a bottom, gave a clear double bottom, gave a breakout as well. Because as I told you guys, I will simply not be longing the market or creating a long in the market if I see a RSI positive divergence. I need the price action of the market structure to change. And if you look at the market structure, I'll quickly draw it for you guys to understand, right? And this is where the market had formed a double bottom, but sorry, ignored this particular last part of the right. So for this particular, I needed this particular swing to be taken out for the market to actually change the structure. And that is the reason I did not enter into any long position around here. And if you can see, markets came very close to this and almost took a big tumble. Now, did I participate in the short trade around here? No, because as per my setup, there was nothing convincing which was forming. In case if I would have wanted the markets to go down from here, I would have expected some kind of a good healthy pullback and then on a double top formation, yes, I could have taken a short, but market went almost in a flow around here, and that is the reason I did not participate in this particular trade as well. Uh, Post the afternoon, I had certain meetings fixed up, so I left my office at around uh, 1:30, post which I did not even get the time to look at the markets. But what we can see is markets have closed near the day's low itself. And if we look at the markets on a daily time frame, so today's candle is a bearish engulfing candle, as you can see clearly. The entire Friday's candle is within the body of the candle itself, level on the high and low, but inside the body of the candle itself. Now we scan and we look at this particular price action point as something which can be a profit booking, something which might be we are going towards the retest of this particular trend line that we broke out of, or maybe we can even test these fib levels that we had drawn. So today's high was just a little bit higher, but we'll still be refining our levels. We'll be deleting these lines. Now we are creating the plan for tomorrow. So just give me one brief moment and right. As I told you, it will just be a brief tidbit adjustment, nothing major. But nonetheless, we will be doing that in our plan. For tomorrow, I'll keep the plan of action very, very simple. Below this, we are looking for a short trade. Say, for example, we open flat to a minor gap down and we break below this level. We are looking for a short trade. We will be cautious around these levels because this trend line is something which can be a retest of this particular trend line that we are heading for, or maybe we can even form a base around here. Now, any positive price action around this level will be my cue to get a long entry at a very discounted price, right? Because what we can see is that market is coming down for the pullback which is there, the retracement is there, and this is a very good support. It should act as a very good support. Now, if it does or not, that is something that we'll find out tomorrow. Say, for example, any long entry which is there, I will wait for markets to take this particular swing high out, post which I will be interested in a long entry. Say, for example, markets open with a gap up. I will not immediately be creating a long. I will wait for markets to give me a closing above this pullback and then I'll create a long. And if we actually see, I believe this will also be a good fib level. So I'm just connecting today's low with today's high. You can see this is exactly the 0.5 to 0.618 retracement zone. So I will obviously be waiting for markets to take this particular zone out before creating any long trade for now. Maybe we should be focusing on playing this retracement on the downside or looking for a positive price action around these levels. And needless to say, like I had told you guys, below this particular price action point, we will again be short because that will act as a kind of a breakout failure, a failed breakout. Markets broke out, did not sustain, and again below this we will be short. But again, I believe that is something which we'll have to wait for one more day's price action. I don't believe we will be going down below these levels tomorrow itself. But for the sake of it, we can keep it marked on the chart so that we are aware of the same, right? So these are the multiple scenarios which can play out in the market tomorrow in case of a gap up. We will wait for markets to go up above this and here. Between these two red lines, please do not trade. This might be a zone of high volatility and you will be unnecessarily creating your taking your SLs and just do not gamble in the market around these levels. Let markets give you a definitive guide. And just a quick word of caution as well. The short trade that we will be planning around here, I will suggest you guys, and I'll personally be doing the same as well, to keep the quantities low and also to keep a strict stop loss as well as trail tightly, right? So, yeah, this will be the sweet and simple trade plan for tomorrow. And before I sign off, uh, a quick reminder again, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also put down anything that you might have to say in the comments box, right? I'll see you guys again tomorrow post the market. This is your Nifty guy signing off. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers.